Ma'am, I want to say that I want to give notice to reserve all my rights and inform the court that I'm not here to testify or plead. I'm here to make a special appearance to challenge the jurisdiction only. I would like to see evidence of the affidavit of the people that I've hurt. This is a victimless crime if there's no one that I've hurt. Objection hearsay. Objection hearsay. I'm not a sovereign citizen.
We've got a crazy one today, guys. A so-called sovereign citizen completely wrecking the courtroom. This dude was only stopped for speeding, but instead of paying the ticket like a normal person, he breaks out the sovereign citizen talking points like they're going to magically get him off. And the funniest part? He keeps insisting he's not a sovereign citizen, even though we all know exactly what this is. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think he's really a sovereign citizen or not? Now, let's jump right in. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Let's go.
Mr. Robinson, are you here?
I am here representing the name, ma'am.
All right, you need to start your video, please. And you are, is it Tremaine or Tremaine?
The name I'm representing is Tremaine.
Tremaine. And how do you pronounce your middle name?
J.
Tremaine J. Robinson.
On and for the record, ma'am, I want to say that I want to give notice to reserve all my rights and inform the court that I'm not here to testify or plead. I'm here to make a special appearance to challenge the jurisdiction only.
All right, anything else?
Yes, I would like to see evidence of a charging instrument.
Were you not given a copy of the ticket issued by Trooper Collins?
The charging instrument that I am referring to is a sworn affidavit of the client, of the person that I've hurt.
Now, this is a speeding ticket alleging that you did on March 27, 2023 at 8:48 a.m. operate a motor vehicle in Butler County, Kansas at the speed of 92 miles per hour when the posted maximum speed limit was 75 miles per hour. So this would have been out on the Kansas Turnpike, Highway I-35. Now, what else were you wanting to know, sir, as the allegations against you?
I would like to see evidence of the affidavit of the people that I've hurt. This is a victimless crime.
This idiot honestly thinks you need a victim in court for someone to be charged. Like, seriously, do you guys think he actually believes the nonsense coming out of his mouth? Here's the reality, though. In court, you don't need a victim to be tried for something like speeding. Traffic laws exist to protect public safety, not just to address individual harm. The law is meant to stop reckless behavior, not to wait until someone gets personally injured. I'm not even sure this needed explaining, but hey, maybe there's a sovereign citizen watching. So let me clear it up. Sovereign citizens like this guy believe you need a victim because they think the legal system only works if someone was directly harmed. That's a huge misconception. Speeding, for example, is about preventing potential harm to everyone on the road, not just one person. But let me know what you think. Does this guy actually believe his nonsense or not? Let's jump back in.
Well, the victim would be the state of Kansas in that you violated the laws enacted to protect the people of the state of Kansas. But this is not the type of crime which would require or have individual names listed. So your next point, if any?
My next point is, as I said, ma'am, I'm not here to testify. I'm not here to plead. I would like to see the affidavit with 2 signatures for the person that I've hurt. If I didn't hurt anybody, there's no crime.
All right, well, I'm going to proceed. The subpoena was issued July 7, 2023 for Trooper Collins. Then on July 31st came a correspondence from the defendant as referred to by Mr. Regier herein. Looks like it's about 7 typed pages, and as counsel said, it's entitled Challenge for Jurisdiction and addressed to Butler County District Court Clerk. Butler County District Court Clerk, Office of the Attorney General, Derek Schmidt. And it mentions subtitles under the following case law. I request case 2023 TR 1193 be dismissed. Pretty much standard language that is used by folks who call themselves or are considered sovereign citizens. Quote, it is on this date, July 27, 23, I, Tremaine J. Robinson, it's Tremaine-J, Robinson, in the county of the Seminole of the state of Florida and a zip code, a natural man, attorney in fact, as a living human being who's the beneficiary of Tremaine J. Robinson trademark. Swear that the information in my sworn statement is truthful to the best of my knowledge and understanding. I, Tremaine J. Robinson, beneficiary of Tremaine J. Robinson, revoke my signature on any and all pages of any and all tickets, summonses, contracts, and or agreements signed by the side of the road of the state of Kansas by Officer Collins K. And so here we are. Now, Mr. Robinson, normally I would be upset that you filed what appears to be in part a motion for discovery and you didn't get that. However, you did not address that document to anybody but Butler County District Court Clerk Traffic Court, Butler County District Court Traffic Court. You sent one to a P.O. box in Topeka, and then you sent a copy of it to the Attorney General. But you did not send it to the Butler County Attorney. Therefore, he did not know you were trying to get discovery.
Ma'am, I do have a tracking number that says it was delivered at the Butler attorney.
Okay, well, that's not on file. What you want to present that at this time?
Did this idiot really just say he sent out his discovery request a day before the hearing? Come on, man. This guy is clearly trying to get out of his speeding ticket by claiming he mailed his request only one day before his court date. And that's just not going to work in court. You're supposed to submit discovery requests in advance, usually well before the hearing, so both sides have enough time to collect and review the evidence. This is definitely not a last-minute thing, and using it as an excuse makes it obvious he's just trying to delay or dodge the ticket. Or maybe not. Maybe the guy was genuinely confused and sent it late. I'm honestly not sure. Let me know what you think. Let's jump back in.
This document that I'm giving the benefit of, it's a multi-subject document, but this document filed by the defendant that I'm giving the benefit of including what he offers as a motion for discovery was not filed with the clerk until July 31st. So that was after the statutorily required 21 days. And then it was not filed upon the prosecutor who would have, or the witness who would have held any evidence, but rather again on Butler County Clerk in Topeka, Kansas, that to my knowledge doesn't exist, the Butler County Clerk in El Dorado, and Attorney General then Derek Schmidt in Topeka. And that's if it was served, if I take the defendant's benefit of the doubt, that it was saying it was served sometime yesterday before today's 1:30 trial, the court has to decide if that later time was reasonable. And I do not find that it was reasonably served on the county attorney. I am at this point going to say that any last minute motion for discovery is denied and we are prepared to go to trial. Now I've lost you, Mr. Robinson. Are you still somewhere available?
No.
What are you doing there with your computer?
Right now, I was looking for a document, but no, I am not.
I honestly can't tell if this guy has an IQ of -4 or if he genuinely thinks he's the smartest person alive. Either way, he's about to run straight into a serious reality check. It's almost like he's begging for a contempt charge by refusing to show up and tossing out snarky comments like he has everything figured out. Newsflash, buddy, the court isn't here to play your little games. It doesn't matter how clever you think you are. Acting like that in front of a judge only digs you into a deeper hole. There's no way this guy can claim he's not a sovereign citizen. He checks every box. I honestly don't know what he's trying to accomplish here, but let's jump back
To the
in.
trial. So please put yourself back in front of the camera. Follow the court's order, or you could be found in contempt. I don't want to do that. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, in that particular case, involved a sovereign citizen, where the court noted in the memorandum opinion.
Objection hearsay. Objection hearsay.
Case law is not considered hearsay or.
I'm not a sovereign citizen.
All right, he's not a sovereign citizen. Go ahead, Mr. Regier.
Yes, Your Honor. In that case, the Kansas Court of Appeals noted, quote, the defendant thinks the law does not apply to him. He avows that he, unlike other citizens, is sovereign and immune from prosecution. The court went on to address the issue of venue, which the court noted that, quote, venue is generally proper in the county where the crime was committed. I will address that momentarily, as well as referring to KSA 22-2602. Additionally, and perhaps most relevant to this court, the defendant in that case, quote, complains that his objections to the trial court's jurisdiction to prosecute him arise from the claim that he is a sovereign citizen. This is not the first appellate court to deal with such a claim. Another panel of this court used analysis of federal case law to reject a similar claim. And then quoting from Seventh Circuit and Eighth Circuit cases, quote, an individual's belief that his status as a sovereign citizen puts him beyond the jurisdiction of the courts has no conceivable validity in American law. Regardless of an individual's claimed status of descent, be it as a sovereign citizen, a secured party creditor, or a flesh and blood human being, that person is not beyond the jurisdiction of the courts. These theories should be rejected summarily, however they are presented. And with that, I would respectfully call my first witness to the stand.
All right. I do find that this court has jurisdiction and venue to proceed, and the arguments made by the defendant in the 7-page document referred to previously.
Oh no, the verdict. All of his so-called genius work in that 7-page book is officially worthless. Too bad none of it was actually grounded in real law. Honestly, I'm loving this hearing so far. Just watching this sovereign citizen's face as the judge shuts down every piece of his nonsense. It's like he genuinely believes he's written the ultimate legal manifesto, but the judge doesn't even flinch. The truth is, everything he's throwing out there is pure fantasy, not even remotely connected to legitimate law. Sovereign citizens love these bizarre arguments, but they never hold up in court. I honestly think this guy is an idiot, but I also think he truly believes he's convincing everyone with what he's saying. We've had sovereign citizens on this channel who probably don't even believe their own arguments, but I get the feeling this guy actually does. Let's jump back in for the verdict.
And did you ultimately write the defendant a citation for speeding?
Yes, I did.
Or an annual redirect? No further questions.
All right, Mr. Robinson, this is your opportunity to cross-examine the trooper. You can question him about his testimony. It's not quite time for you to give your own testimony, so these addresses to the trooper have to be in the form of question. You don't have to question him, but you can. Would you like to?
No.
All right. Mr. Regier, any further evidence?
None from the state, Your Honor.
The state rests then, Mr. Regier?
The state does so rest, Your Honor.
Mr. Robinson, the state rests. They have presented all the evidence they intend to. Would you like to present any evidence? Again, you don't have to. Your silence will not be used as a sign of guilt. But if you'd like the court to consider your position, I'd be happy to do so.
I don't understand.
Well, do you want to tell the court your version of what happened?
No.
All right. You don't wish to present any evidence then. Am I understanding you correctly?
The evidence that I tried to present, you won't give due process.
Okay, but do you want to give any testimony about the events leading up to this ticket, March 27, 2023?
No.
All right. Well, I will find the defendant guilty of speeding 92 and a 75. The scheduled fine is $87. Court costs are $108. The total due will be $195. Sir, you do have the right to appeal this proceeding. You can appeal it to the Kansas Court of Appeals. You have up to 14 days to file that notice of appeal. Your appeal bond will be in cash, the same as what your court costs and fines are. That's $195. Can you have this paid, this fine and cost paid in 14 days, or do you need some time?
I'll follow up here.
Final thoughts on our sovereign citizen, because he looks and sounds pretty sad here. He genuinely thought he was going to fool the judge today. Like, seriously, did he really believe he could stroll into court and magically make his speeding ticket disappear just by throwing out some made-up legal jargon? Drop a comment for our poor sovereign citizen here. This guy deserved a little sympathy. Just kidding. But honestly, this guy had it coming. When the judge asked if he wanted to question the witness, that was his one and only real fighting chance. And he completely blew it. If he had said anything at all, even just a few words, he might have had a shot. Instead, he sat there like a deer in headlights, watching his case completely fall apart. Now he's talking about appealing the $195 fine, but I've got a feeling that's not going to end well for him either. You can't just ignore the law and expect everything to work out in your favor. It's never worked, ever. Let me know what you guys think. Do you believe this guy actually thought he had a real chance? Or was he setting himself up for failure from the very beginning? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to hear what you think about this one. And if you enjoyed watching this ridiculous court hearing play out, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Take care.